The Matrix Radio Vision Live with DWI, live from the BXNY.
All right, we back on deck every Saturday, 3 to 5. You already know. Cripple3030, host, Backtalk with Cripple3030. I'm here with my sexy co-host, Nicole.
What's up?
Right, as always, I gotta remind y'all that we got this petition going. We trying to get to the lawmakers and open up their eyes to the fact that we, as people, need to understand that people that come out of being incarcerated and have been convicted before, particularly of drug felonies, they need help, or at least one less barrier with reintegrating back into society and into the work world. So I started a petition directed to the lawmakers so that way they can seal the past drug convictions from the views of employers when they do background checks. As anybody knows that when they apply for a job, you go in and they do a background check on you and they look at your past criminal history. And included in that criminal history, if you've ever been convicted of a drug felony, you know what I'm saying? If you ever been convicted of a drug felony, then what ends up happening is that they use that against you, you know what I'm saying, in order to determine whether or not to employ you. I believe that that's actually not right, because the point of the matter is that the medical society has already established that being addicted to drugs is actually that being addicted to drugs is actually a disease. So that means it's treatable but not curable. So and that means it's never going to be changed. So why would they keep penalizing you for it over and over and over again? So I believe, and a few other people agree with me, that it should be sealed so that way the employers who try to hire you and they do a background check on you, they wouldn't be able to see it and keep penalizing you for the same thing over and over again. That way, a person that comes home from being incarcerated or finishes doing a bit, already paid their debt to society, and now they're home, they're trying to go back to work and they're trying to be pay taxes and be a tax-paying citizen, legitimate and everything. They shouldn't have this extra barrier in front of them. So if we able to seal that from their views, then they can judge you based on your merits, based on what your experience is, and whether or not you can be a productive part of their company.
I'm gonna throw you off real quick.
Okay.
During the week while you was at work, I had some opportunity, and I was sitting there thinking about our interview with the gentleman from California.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm gonna throw you a couple questions, even though this is your show.
Okay.
Why do you think that they don't sit there and get you ready to have you get you back out into society when you're locked up? You did 13 years, and you wasn't ready when you came out to be in society, and then they wonder why your head was so fucked up when you came out.
Well, honestly, I asked that question to a few counselors and stuff. I got a few responses, and then I got a few responses from other prisoners.
What did you get?
And well, one response that that I got, which I sort of agree with, is that it's a money-making industry. So if they get you to come back into the prison, they actually make more money off.
Because the way that I'm seeing it is that how much was it that we said that we're paying a day for each? We're paying people to be locked up. We're paying the state, in a sense, for you to be locked up.
Yeah, the taxpayers are actually paying for that.
Okay, who's getting more harm out of that?
More people are paid for that.
Yes, taxpayers. Anytime you go to the store and you pay money for your taxes, anytime you go and you buy a lottery ticket, that also goes towards taxes. That also goes to the government. Anytime you go and you put your income tax and they take money back that you owe, you're paying for all of that. Now,
People, I just want to say people that are from, like, people that don't make a lot of money, people that are making ends meet are paying for
because everybody pays taxes.
It's such a waste.
everybody who's legitimate pays taxes. Anybody who's on record of living here, they all paying taxes. So now the point is, as you are correct, that the taxpayers are actually paying for the incarcerations. And meanwhile, that's also included. If you include into that, you want to pay the court fees. The courts, they charge a fee, regardless if you see it or not. So taxpayers are paying that also. They pay the judge. They pay the DA. They pay the, since you a person that's being charged with a crime, they have a opportunity to be represented legally for free. These people get paid too. They get paid from taxpayers' money. So taxpayers are covering all these fees. Then on top of that, when a person is incarcerated, the state, or actually the Department of Corrections, has the requirement of making sure that you're healthy. So any medical fees, anything that happens to you while you're in there, any surgeries, anything you have, the taxpayers are paying for all of that. So the taxpayers are paying all these fees, and it is. Why is Marquise calling me?
I don't know. You're live on air. If the taxpayers are paying all these fees, and the whole point of the matter is that they have all these fees put on them, and then meanwhile the government is talking about that they are going through a debt, that they have all these big debts, and they paying for the building of the prisons, they're paying for the maintaining of the prisons, they're paying for the staff. So which one would actually be best for society? I'm not absolutely sure. So now, what was your question again? You had no question? No, I'm good. I had a few of them, but
What happened?
I kind of got thrown off.
Wait, what? You got thrown off for what?
All the things that I was gonna ask you.
Why?
I totally lost my train of thought. So I guess talk about something else for now. I can't remember the other questions.
But anyway, what I was talking about was that a person that's incarcerated has a lot of barriers put in front of them already. So why not take away one of those barriers, so that way they can reintegrate back into society a little bit easier. So that's why I would like the background, that I would like it sealed from the views of employers when they do background checks of drug convictions. If you do agree with it, then it's a digital petition. It's done on change.org. All you have to do is join. I'm pretty sure pretty much everybody deals with Facebook. So all they will have to do is join my Facebook group, Fam Life. It's PHAMLIFE Life.
And join one of your many groups or one of your many Facebooks.
Yeah, they'll see it constantly when I share it. So all you have to do is sign it. They don't want no information from you. They don't want no money from you. All they want is a website, email address, and you say you agree or you don't agree. That's it.
Why? Okay, now I'm thinking, why do you think that anybody who goes in for doing time comes out different mentally? You come out very different mentally.
Because
like the way that you process things is not how a normal person processes things. Like the way that you carry your relationship is not how normal people carry their relationship. You become more observant. You become more territorial. What's the word? Now, I can't say dominant, but I guess the word dominant is what comes to mind.
Those are all factors of survival.
But you're not locked up anymore.
When a person is put in prison,
go ahead.
When a person is put in prison, they go through all these type of different situations. They're actually dealing with a lot of dominant, if you're a man, male figures, or if you're a woman, female figures. And in order to survive, so that way they don't get crushed by, the stronger, they actually have to be stronger on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because I was thinking about how mentally, people must integrate back into their relationship. Let's say I started with you, and then you went and did, or we were together a couple of years, and then you went and did an 8 or 10 year bid, and I still with you when you came out. You're gonna come back out mentally different.
Actually, our relationship would probably be a lot strained, because the point is that for 10 years or 8 to 10 years, we were separated. You were not able to see me as often.
But I mean, just on the simple fact that, like,
a woman needs affection, which she can't get from a man who's incarcerated. Even if they married, they get a chance to go to trailer visits like maybe once a month. And that's for some women, that's not enough. They need the hold of a hand. They need, to be kissed or to be held. Different situations occur. People need their, their kids might go through something and like, yo, damn, where's my dad? I needed him right now. Or where's my mom? I needed her right now. And a lot of times, you won't be there for that. So it's like mentally straining on the person that's incarcerated, as well on the people out in the street that's free in society.
How different is it that from you being locked up to you having a job that you're not home all day? How do you think that differentiates?
Honestly, having a job, you need a job in society.
Okay, so you're not home from, let's give you your example, 5:30 to 8 o'clock. What time would you be putting into your woman at that?
Is that what you want to talk about on the show?
No, I'm just asking in general.
You serious?
Isn't that the same thing as you being locked up? Mentally, you're not there, right?
That's not really true. You're working. You're taking care of your family. Person has to make money to take care of the family. So let's talk about all the relationships that don't have somebody who don't want to work, and then how they doing financially. So you you expect the man to be home and be a deadbeat and don't do nothing and get no money? And then how would the family survive then? Wouldn't it still be mentally strained because they don't have no food in the cupboard? They don't have no money for the clothes on their backs. They can't pay for the child's graduation, let's say, right? Or, if things like that happen, then that's going to cause a mental strain in itself.
These were all the things I was thinking about during the week. I was like, I wonder how it differentiates mentally in both the women and the men's aspect.
Well, but that would be the thing. If you, let's say the guy didn't work and he was home all the time, then that's, maybe y'all would have a whole lot of time together, but you wouldn't survive too well.
So it would be the same thing as though you were in a relationship if you were locked up.
Yeah.
You said it would be strained.
It would definitely be strained because y'all would have a lot of time together, but a lot of that time would be spent arguing and irritable. Because
in both ways.
Yeah, because the point is that, okay, yeah, y'all laying together in bed, or yeah, y'all holding hands and y'all walking up and down the streets together, or y'all just watching TV together. But guess what? When the light bill comes through, who's gonna cover that? When they need to go shopping for food, you know what I'm saying? Who's gonna put that there? When your child comes and says, yo, I'm hungry, and you ain't got no food for them, then who's, how you gonna feel about that?
Who's to say what? Do you think that you mentally came out right when after you did your first bid?
I actually came out with my mind actually still incarcerated, to tell you the truth.
Do you think that your mind is still feeling that way sometimes now?
Not as much as before.
You've been out 12 years?
Yeah.
12 years?
Yeah.
You think that so maybe it
all right, today is put Cripple on blast.
I said,
just so y'all know. Because she's putting me on blast throughout this whole thing. But
I said I'm going to interview you a little bit.
I'm going to answer it, though.
Because, I think that people might, out of everybody we've had on here, realistically, a tremendous amount of people that have been incarcerated, but ain't none of them sat there and talked about it as lengthily as you have.
Right.
And
I think that a lot of people just like to forget that it even existed, that it even happened. I just talk more about it. I actually put it in front of me. But honestly, my mind came from okay. Hello? How you doing?
How you doing?
You're on Backtalk with Cripple3030. How you doing?
I'm all right, yourself. How you doing, my brother?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. What's your name?
My name is Raymond.
Oh, what's good? What's good? That's Ray Positive?
Yes, you already know that, my brother.
All right.
How you doing today? I just called in because I got some questions.
Owen, you got it. Ray, you got us on speaker?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
You got us on speakerphone?
No, I got you on a regular phone. I'm talking on a regular phone.
Because something is wrong with the reception, but what's the questions you got?
What she was saying about men's working. You know, women like to go out. They like to get, wine and dine. They like to be taking places. And most times when a man can't provide that, a woman loses her mind. They ready to throw you out, saying you less of a man, and all that stuff. So I was just watching the show right now. I just wanted to put my input.
Yeah, ahead. Do tell.
That's pretty much what he's saying, though. He's saying that when a man doesn't work, then the wife is gonna go crazy anyway.
I don't think that she'll go crazy. I think that she's just not. She honestly, as me being a woman, I don't. And I love you to death. You know that. I don't think that I need Jose. I think that I can physically take care of myself, everything that I want. My needs might be a little bit different, but if you want your hair done, your nails done, that's something that I should be able to cover myself. I shouldn't have to ask you for that.
That's true.
You know, as me being a woman, I shouldn't have to ask you to sit there and take me out to eat. Because we both know that we take each other out. We share our money all the time. I shouldn't have to ask Jose to do none of that. I think that women that are literally lazy, that sit home and depend on a man, really want that out of somebody. Because me being a woman, I don't like to have Jose take care of me all the time. But as him being a man, he loves to do it.
Yeah. But you want to find very few women out here in this world that's going to sit back and take care of their man. It ain't happening. See, I was raised by a woman. My mom was my mother and my father. So she told us that we was supposed to go out there and provide for the woman. Like I tell a lot of brothers out here, it's hard to be a man in this world. And to be a man in this world, you got to go out and get that. If you don't go out there and get that, nobody's going to give it to you.
Very
it's
true, very
easy
true.
for a woman because there's so many ways a woman can get money. I don't want to get too technical on that, but it's like that. And men can't do that. There's no way we can do that. We can't go on a strip pole and get that money. So we have to go out there and do that. Sometimes a woman just got to be more. Wow. I just said Steve because I just listened to myself right now and it sounds crazy, but it's the truth.
No, you're definitely right. Women have a lot more easier, I guess, because of the use of their bodies, where they can get money more easily than men. But I also don't think that anybody should be sitting home and letting anybody take, their significant other take care of the other person.
But that's why you have at least one person who goes out to work.
But then that would be you taking care of me. Let's say if I wasn't working.
No, but then everybody.
You just said that with at least one person.
But everybody plays a part, right? That's what I believe.
Yeah.
Ray, you still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Everybody plays a part. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody has to take care of the house. Somebody has to take care of the family. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's you or me, somebody has to do it.
Well,
somebody has to bring the money to the house.
We both
somebody
bring the
has
money
to buy
in.
the food.
We both bring the money in. We both bring in the food. I just might cook it and you just might order it. Because Jose doesn't know how to cook.
All right, shots fired. Shots fired.
We do everything evenly, but thank you, Oren, for that. I don't know. I mean, there's something that I couldn't sit there and have you literally take care of me.
But
in every aspect.
That's not what's happening. That's that's actually the wrong way to look at it. Because in all the reality, let's say only one of us was working, only one of us was bringing in the money. The other person's covering the other half. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because if somebody don't take care of my daughter, then I'm not going to be able to work. Right?
Yes.
If somebody don't take care of the kids, how am I going to get to work?
Exactly.
Right? If somebody don't take care of the the dentist appointments, the doctor's appointments with the kids, the anything in the house, they need to fix something in the house, then I can't work. If I have to do all that by myself, then I'm never gonna make any hours at work.
I have to give it to us on that, because I don't know how is it that we both maintain working. The kids still go to the doctor. They go to school. They got perfect attendance awards. They got food. They're very well clothed, very well spoiled. All of them. All of them are very spoiled, including the big 19-year-old baby that, I had to throw that out there. Down to the 9-year-old baby. They're all 5 of them are spoiled rotten. And we still manage to have our evenings sometimes on the weekends just for us with no sleep.
Right, but it comes with a sacrifice.
That's the sacrifice, the no
Exactly.
sleep. Ray, how you feel about that, right? No sleep.
Exactly, I agree, because it is a sacrifice. There's no way, no how, if a man's a deadbeat, he's not staying in a relationship. There's no way, no how he's surviving a relationship. If you're not providing, then you're going. That's it. Simple as that. No money, no honey. That's what my mother used to tell our men. No money, no honey. You ain't getting nothing if you ain't paying no rent. So my mother was street. She's straight for the street. So I'm just talking for what it is.
No, I understand.
And that's actually a fact, because even if the guy's a deadbeat, he's not gonna have a good relationship, because
That's
it's gonna be a strained relationship, especially if there's children involved. If there's children involved, I mean, how would a father, a real father, feel when their child comes and says, "Yo, daddy, I'm hungry," and you don't have a few dollars so they can eat something? Like that should make them very irritable.
I guess most men they won't see it until it really happens. They won't see it that way until it really happens, or it's right in front of them. But then they can sit there and say, "Yo, go ask your mom. Your mom's working."
Okay, but then while she's working, he has to be covering something, because who's gonna take the kid to school?
Well,
Who's
I mean, in
gonna
your
take the
case, that'll
kid
be
to
the
dentist?
can we order Chinese food because
That's
you
right.
can cook?
Right?
Makes a point. Hold on, makes a point.
Yeah, somebody. Even if the man is not working, let's say the man isn't working for whatever reason, and the woman is the one bringing in the money, that's okay too. But then the man has to step up and pick up the slack in the house,
Yes.
because somebody has to take care of the kids.
That's
You know what I'm saying? If you don't take care of the kids, then you're gonna have the same reverse effect. Okay, well, this dude's just sitting in my house, he's doing nothing, so that means I gotta take time off of work so I can take care of my child, so I can take my kid to school every morning. I gotta do it before going to work. I gotta come back early from work so that way I can pick them up from school.
I'm definitely gonna get some slack for this today when we get out of here at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, she just threw me on blast the whole
Oh.
time.
Exactly.
So, but I really, really, like, I could sit here and iterate that Jose is literally, he is a very good husband. He is a very good father. He's a very good stepfather. This man, he could do
God bless.
everything but cook.
Damn it.
He could do everything but cook. He knows how to delegate very well.
But that's why I make the money, so I could get somebody else to cook by ordering
I do it
Chinese.
all. My mother taught me how to do everything. I cook everything. I do it all. I sew. I do everything.
Jose's
Street,
41 years old. We know he ain't learning how to cook anytime soon.
and
He knows how to open up some cans, and he knows how to dial that phone to order some food real quick. But the kids will never go hungry.
No, I definitely. I learned from my father, right? My father was a cook.
He dialed Chinese food?
No, he was a cook. But
yes.
But if he came into that house and he opened up the cupboard and it was empty, and I don't care if he was working or not, he said, "Yo, give me a few minutes." I don't care if he came out with the gun and he went out to the streets, but when he came back, he had shopping bags full of groceries. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to cut you off though, but I want to ask a question.
Sure.
Well, I say, what happened to the women out here nowadays? They all lean back. They don't want to cook. They don't want to do the house chores or nothing like that because they feel they're superior to that. Because they make work, they make money too. You know. I know your lady. She works. She said it already. But there's so many women out here nowadays that they don't provide. They don't do none of that. All they want to do is do their nails and get their hair done.
You know, not to sound funny, Ray, that is actually a good question because I stay here. My grandparents raised me. They both worked also, but more my grandfather. And, you know, like, not to sound funny, but I am Irish and Italian. So we didn't really clean up every single day, but the house wasn't never really dirty. I don't know. I guess maybe it's the type of upbringing that they were brought up, or maybe that they feel that they got a body that they can have somebody else do it, or they can sit there and be that, I don't know. I can't say a bad parent, but maybe they would have the kids clean up everything. I've sat here and cleaned my house from head to toe. But I've also sat there and felt that my kids are old enough that I shouldn't have to touch their rooms where they could clean their own rooms.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Out of the 5 kids, at least 3 of them know how to cook fairly well. And it's the 3 older ones. I don't know. I guess maybe they become more lazy.
Well, look, your answer is a little bit more politically correct than I'm going to give it. Society's fucked up.
Exactly.
Straight up. Because
you can't. I don't think you can say society. I think it's individuals because there's a lot of females out there that do everything that I do.
But there's also a lot of people, like I'm pretty sure that these are the people that Ray is thinking about, is that they get in a relationship, right? And they think, okay, well, because I have a nice body, I have this and I have, I look good. Now I don't need to do nothing else. Now my man has to do everything. He has to handle the house. He has to handle the kids. He has to bring in the money. He has to take care of me, make sure my nails and my hair's done all the time, and I can still go out and party every night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think I'm like that?
No.
I was just
thought
asking.
we was just talking about that.
No. I was just.
But you do have women out there that believe that that's the meaning of a true relationship. That's the meaning of a good man. Somebody that I could go and I could sit on my couch all day, and still go out and party at night, and he takes care of everything else.
You know, Ray, I might throw myself.
Exactly.
I'm gonna throw myself underneath the bus, maybe just a little bit, but I know both of you are probably gonna get on me. Me and Jose, we were out buying some stuff for the kids earlier today before we came to the studio, and I actually felt some type of way about getting something from me and Jose, and not getting something for all 5 of the kids at the same time.
Okay.
And Jose was like, that we deserve it or whatever,
That's right. I do deserve it. There's times you do have to.
But I felt like I was being a bad parent because all of my kids didn't get something at the same time.
Well, you got to remember
it's okay
this.
for that. There's nothing wrong with that.
You have to remember this.
Sometimes you got to reward yourself sometimes.
If you're not,
your me time. Exactly.
If you are not good, then you cannot help nobody else.
Exactly.
Straight up.
If
If you are lacking, you're not going to be able to help nobody.
That's where it boils down to.
You have to make sure that you're good first, and then you can help anybody else, and that includes your children.
That's right.
I very much felt some type of way, but I understand everybody's point. I guess I don't know.
You need to check.
I'm not selfish.
You need to check.
I'm not selfish because I was told recently that I was selfish, and I don't think that I'm selfish.
Yeah, you're selfish. You're selfish. You're selfish with my time. That's actually why you started this whole questionnaire with throwing me on blast.
Oren, keep
you,
it up. You get it up and
you want me to stay home.
Okay.
You want me to stay home, but yet you still would like it to stay the same way we are financially.
No, I think that we need to find a way just to have more time, but that's besides the point. We could talk about that another time. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something to you. That is selfish. I got you on that one. I got it. I caught on to this one, but let me explain something to you. There's always gonna be time to play. That's why you make vacations. You go away. It's jobs. My mother used to tell me, don't you rush to get old, because time is about money and paying bills, food over on the table, and roof over your head. And when I got older, because I did rush to get older, and I realized that I wish I could go back into time and be a kid again. And it's true, you know, but sometimes you got to have an open mind and say, you know something, I know he's out there getting that money too. He can have the finer things in life. Enjoy the fine things. Like he said, if the kid asks him that, Dad, can I get him $1 or $2? He can give him that without having to say that got broke today. You know? So sometimes in a relationship, we got to come and be as equal as we can, 50-50, and be open-minded. Because there's going to be things that he might not like about you, and there's going to be things that you don't like about him. And that's part of being in a relationship.
All right, Ray, I think you've been around me and Jose too long. You pretty much say what we say about each other. I always say that everything should be 50-50. You know, yes. Jose and I fully agree on that. And I think we both very much pull our parts because we're pretty much working like 6 days a week.
Yeah. Well, on another note, though, if you see how you felt when we was going to buy the things for us and sacrifice for the children for now.
Yeah.
It's the same way. Parents have to make a sacrifice, right, for their children. So if you have to sacrifice not seeing me for a few hours so that way I could bring money into the house, so that way we can pay for graduations, we can put clothes in their back, we can make sure that there's food in the house, then that's a sacrifice that we have to bear.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And that just happens. But there's no perfect relationship out there. I mean, I don't care. I challenge anybody to call who has a perfect relationship.
I don't think that anybody has a relationship like we do either.
But in order for it to get as close as possible to being perfect, it's never going to happen where there's nobody making no money. You know what I'm saying? If the woman is not working and the man is not working, then that means they're relying on, you know, the government or whatever it is. And the government doesn't give you enough. So that way you can make sure that your children are okay. Because right now, in the times that it is right now, the cost of living is way too high for a person to be able to survive off of welfare or whatever it is that they got.
No, but they can walk around with $300 sneakers and then have like thousands of dollars in food stamps. That's the way.
There's those people that just rely on the system, and that's going to come to an end. That's going to come to an end. As long as we got Trump there breaking everything down, that's going to come to an end. You know, let me explain something to you. That you made that point, I'm glad. I don't want to talk on the show too much. But just imagine, you know how some men don't pay their bills and the woman calls them a deadbeat because they're not providing for the children? Right. But imagine all those women that's on public assistance and all that and rely on the government and they didn't have that no more. Would they be considered a deadbeat?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I know, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. At one point, I relied on the system when my kids were smaller. But that's only because of their health. And then I actually would either work during the day and my kid's father would work at night, or I would work at night and my kid's father would work during the day, just so we never left our kids anywhere else and in anybody's care. So we wouldn't have to worry about the system taking care of us anymore. You know,
the way the government, the system that the government provides is not meant for long-term stability.
No, I think that's why they put that 5-year hold or the 3-year hold or something like that.
It's actually meant for them to temporarily take care of a person until they're able to get back on their feet.
And you know, I'm sitting here thinking, Ray, you got me thinking about that that song "Bad and Bougie." Like, you sitting there looking bad and bougie, but you not taking care of yourself and you're not taking care of your man. Once you get them, you know, like I'm sitting there looking at Jose and I'm thinking about why is it that females can't keep the men that they end up with, or they end up bouncing around? I think that they get too comfortable in the beginning.
Exactly.
Or the men think that they're all that and they end up spoiling the women to the point where they think that they don't have to do what they have to do as being a woman. Because I've seen that. I've seen men literally change the female by spoiling them in the beginning and not, you know, being, I guess, the original or humble or however to phrase it.
Exactly.
You know, like realistic. Being realistic. Like, if you guys are going to stay together, then you're going to have to become that housewife. They're going to have to see you without makeup. They're going to have to see you looking like shit. They're gonna also have to see you busting your ass, looking like a man sometimes in your uniform.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a stripper, then they're just gonna see you butt ass naked all the time.
Yes.
But it also goes to the way that you're being raised, because some women, like I said, they got it in their head that because they look good, they got a good body, that they don't have to do anything. They don't have to do anything at all. Whether they in a relationship or not, they think that their whole life is met with parties and, okay, somebody's gonna get me something, whether this guy down the block or this guy, you know, in my building, or my neighbor, or my husband, or my boyfriend, or whatever it is.
You think it's an upbringing? That's how they're brought up?
Sure, but and society has something to do with that too, because society is your first teacher.
Ray, you feel the same way?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. That's what society is, because my mother used to always tell me, you want to meet a girl, meet their parents. Meet the mother.
You know,
and then you'll see a reflection of what you're going to see in the future.
Jose's really going to kill me after the show. I'm going to throw him under the bus again a little bit, and my kid's father, because I took the kid shopping a little bit yesterday, and I bought my daughter a shirt that both gentlemen agreed, just because they had seen it, that it wasn't long enough or not. My daughter's 15. She has a beautiful body. She's very beautiful. But she does not at all show off her shape. She doesn't show off her stomach. She doesn't wear tank tops without something on top of it. None of that.
Right.
Compared to these kids. And Caitlin, my daughter Caitlin flat out said to both of them, Mommy raised me not to dress like that. You know, you're not supposed to show off your body.
Exactly.
And I really, I make sure that my daughters understand, as beautiful as their body is, they're not supposed to show it off like that. That's something that I look at her friends, and her friends walk around with halter tops, like you said.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to. Those are the bad images, and that's what starts it off, right?
But that's what I'm talking about. How society looks at things, because like what Oren is mentioning back there is that back in the days they'd never let you wear things like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
But now
And then, but
like,
nowadays,
but you could go to TLC and you go to Salt and Pepper, and those were the hot, you know, everybody dressed like them, or with the hammer pants and shit like that. But now I'm like, I'm gonna say it like how I did earlier. To my husband, we had took my daughter to the doctor 2 days ago, and we were in the women's section, and she was getting her blood drawn, and I was looking at all the different types of clothes that all these different women were wearing, and one particular had me thrown off because she was a grown woman, at least 30 years old, with a halter top, with some baggy jeans down, and a murmur coat on.
Okay.
And my daughter's sitting there looking like, how did she come outside like that?
but
So
society,
I guess she was hot and cold at the same time.
Society's okay with that though, because if you look around to the people around you nowadays, and you have children coming out dressed like that.
Exactly.
You have I seen a few months ago, I seen them do a fashion show with a girl that was 9 to 10 years old, and she had a halter top.
That's dope. Exactly.
I don't agree with that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But that,
But I feel
to each his own.
Yes, to each
but
his own
however,
to a certain extent.
However, when you have that going on, then what's going to end up happening is that the rest of society is going to feel it's okay to do that. The rest of the children coming up are going to feel, okay, well, I can dress that way.
And then look, we could go into the reason of your show is that men will sit there and see them women as being older because of the way that they're dressed. And
yes.
It'll cause a problem because it could.
Why would you say the reason for our show?
Because isn't it about being locked up and all that other stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So think about that. A lot of older men might see them as being younger, and they might try to date them, which would cause a problem.
Especially in the South Bronx.
Because you could be 30 years old, and the girl could be 15, and you think that she's older. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it would
that
have to
problems.
come in whether or not the girl actually tells them the real age. But
Exactly. That's also a problem.
Because if
That's
the girl,
also a
if
problem.
the girl tells him that she's 15 and then the guy still, then he's a fucking pedophile,
Yes.
Exactly.
straight up.
And a
And
lot
you
of
know,
girls
and
when
I
I was
don't
growing up in
condone
the
that.
South Bronx.
I know you don't. You don't. Listen, if it was up to Jose, none of the kids would date till they're 50.
Exactly.
And I'm
That's
bypassing
you
the
know,
30.
Sometimes it's good to have tough love. It's good because if you know what's out there nowadays, there's so much kids are having babies at young ages, catching diseases at young ages. They're having sex before they even hit puberty. It's real. It's not a game anymore.
You're very much
If you
right.
do research, you see this. When I was raised up in South Bronx, I used to be a little freak. I used to chase the girls around, try to sneak in their house when their parents was at home. I did a lot of stuff, and I look at her. I got a daughter now, so I raised her real tight. I was real rough on her. She grew up to be good. Sometimes we gotta give a little tough love just to show them.
I agree with that. I agree because I was, unlike Jose, I was actually a young mom. 17,
Right.
I came out pregnant. 18, I gave birth a week after my 18th birthday.
Well, that's not bad. 18's not bad. We're talking about 14, 13
I know,
year-old girls
but
getting babies.
I actually learned everything that I needed to be as a parent on my own.
Well-
And I give it to my kids because Marquise is going to be 19, and all my kids know that I was a young mom and experiences that I went through. So I made sure that they understood so they don't have to repeat that cycle.
Well, but you know the reality. Look at nowadays, right? You have some moms, not all of them, but you have you have some moms that their idea of teaching their daughters, the good new stuff is teaching them how to twerk at 10 and 11 years old.
Oh my God, that's a problem.
I was gonna say that. I think I ain't gonna lie. I think either my 3 daughters don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? But
Like none of them do that.
like who in all the reality, why do that? You setting them up to
For
be
failure.
You setting them up for something real bad because nowadays you got some real dirt bags out there. You know what I'm saying? You got some real dirt bags out there that honestly that that have that pedophile mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Besides that,
You-
you also placing in the little girl's mind that she can use her body to get to the things that she want to get in life.
Now, Ray, going back to what you said about being younger than 18, I'm gonna go back to when I brought my daughter to the doctor. The receptionist was telling me there's girls 13, 14 years old bringing themselves into the doctor, and I looked at her like she was crazy. She goes, "No, you be surprised, and half of them are already moms." I said, "What?"
Yeah, exactly.
And we live in the South Bronx. Being realistic, and I couldn't imagine looking at my daughter at 15 and knowing that she would be a mom already.
No.
I mean, I know shit happens, but I couldn't imagine going through
You
that.
know what makes it worse? I'm sorry for cutting you off, but you know what makes it worse? The kid that had the baby, but the mother who's raising her baby, and then condoning it. That's what makes it worse.
Yeah.
I
You
remember.
get my point? The kid has a baby. They raise the baby. The boy's nowhere around no more. And now the girl's out there freaking off again.
Yeah, and then they end up with 2 or 3 babies by the time they're
There
18.
you go, and it's sad.
How about the moms that actually have the 12 and 13-year-old daughter and let their boyfriends move in
Stay in the house.
right into the house so they could sleep together in the same room and everything.
No. See, I lose my mind right now. I'll be in jail right now. I got the case. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it.
And it's going on. It's actually going on.
I know.
Because when I remember when I was a child before I even got locked up, when I was 16 years old, I've seen moms do that. Oh yeah, my daughter, she's 12 and she's smoking blunts with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, her boyfriend, I let her boyfriend move in to her room and they live together right under my roof and they sleep together. But then they surprised that their daughter grows up with no morals and no ethics and actually has 4 and 5 kids and don't have nothing to take care of them but set welfare.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that people should not be surprised about. If you're teaching your kids these things, this is what they're going to believe is the way. That's why I go and I work all the time because I want my kids to see. Yo,
You
wow,
want them to be
he
50
works.
years old, 50 years old, and then dating, right?
No, he take she. I already got a rule in my house, and actually, and my
Stepdaughters.
my stepdaughter's dad actually agrees with me that my stepdaughters should not do anything until they hit 35.
Oh, no, that's crazy. Nah,
When they hit 35,
I know you're losing your mind, yo.
No.
You already know Jose done lost it a long time ago, Ray. Come on now.
Then that means they're gonna live with you for the rest of their life, man. You just wait till they got old and gray, yo.
Now listen, 35, they could do whatever they want to do after that.
No, what you do, I'm sorry, but you know what you could do is you could screen the guys when they get to a certain age. You screen them.
I could screen them.
And you take them out on that one-on-one date and say, yo, you know, I'd like to take you out to lunch or something. You take them out to lunch, and you sit down and you talk to them and you ask them, what have you got planned for your future?
Yeah, no, you hear me, Ray? I can screen them. I got that black van parked in that dark alley, you heard?
Yeah.
I can really screen them, you heard?
Yeah.
We got that black hood, you heard?
Yeah.
I can screen them real good.
I did that to my daughter one time. I took my daughter's boyfriend out. My daughter was pretty young, and the mother condoned that she could have a boyfriend. I was a tough dad. I didn't have it. So I said, okay, I'm going to do this. I know what to do. So I take all four of them out to lunch. And then that's when the questions started asking. I asked questions. I said, what you plan to do with your life? What you plan to do with your future? After that whole lunch dinner thing, my daughter left the guy the next day. She left him. You put him on the spot. You see where his mind is at. Because sometimes a kid knows they can fool the girl, but they cannot fool the parents. We've been there. We were young before.
You're very much right about that.
You know, so we know how to approach it. So when we approach it, we'll see if they sincere or not. It's like the aura, like we spoke about the other day. Or, you know, certain people I might feel comfortable with. Certain guys I feel all right with. As long as my man I feel okay. Well, the kids will feel the same way. You'll feel the same aura. Which is like, that kid is full of crap. He's just fronting in front of us. But we know, like you said, no makeup, no nothing. We got to see the real reality to a person. Because whenever you meet somebody new, they're going to be nice to you in the first 3 months. They're going to show you everything.
Yo, you know, Ray,
Yes.
I'm gonna throw it back. The day I met Jose, he had just got a tattoo. He was wearing an overcoat with a hoodie. He was all sweaty, all fucked up.
Wait, what you mean overcoat?
You had the big coat. He had a big coat with a
Don't say
sweatshirt.
overcoat. You make it sound like I'm wearing trenches and shit.
No, you don't have. He don't own any of those. But he was like all irritated and he was high. It was a very nice day. I looked like shit.
Right.
I really looked like shit, and we actually went from trying to have a conversation to literally spending just about like hours and hours just talking.
Oh, that's fly.
We went out to eat, which he expected to have me pay for me. And I ended up paying for myself, and he paid for his own.
Well, actually, it was a test because some women believe that because she was actually with her friend at the time. Some women believe that a guy is supposed to pay for everything. So I wanted to see what her mentality was like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some women would bring her friend and say, okay, well, now he got to pay for me and my friend to eat.
Right.
And did you pay for us?
And mind you know what I'm saying? You know, the guy don't know none of them. Just met her. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, yeah, now since I invited my friend, now he got to cover for both of us.
Did you pay for us?
No.
Nope.
She paid for herself. Her friend paid for herself, and then I paid for me.
And then Jose did a little bit of shopping with me, but I think back to how, like, it was in the beginning. Like, Jose really seen me look like shit when I first met him.
Yeah, so he saw you in your worst, which was great, because now when he sees you at your best, it's perfect.
Now when he sees me at my best, I don't think we make it out the house on time. And you know, I feel bad sometimes because I try to look good for him, but I don't get the opportunity as much because when you do, like nowadays, when you go out with your wife, if your wife looks too good, everybody stares.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. You know why it's a good thing? Because when they stop staring, that's when you start worrying.
But
that's what my mother taught me.
I had this conversation with Jose that I just don't want to, I don't want to attract unwanted attention, but I also at the same time try to look good for him.
My mother taught me well. I have no problem. Everything I learned is from my mother. So she taught me. She said, when they stop looking, then you better start worrying.
Well,
And let me tell you
the problem
something,
is
because
now
if a
with the
woman
steering.
goes- If a woman goes, she wasn't worth having.
Well, the problem is not with the steering. The steering is okay. It's
Yeah.
when it goes beyond the steering is when it becomes a problem with the guy, or when the reaction to the steering is in violation of something. For
You
example,
know something? Let me explain something to y'all. I'm glad you mentioned that. But let me tell you, this is the woman that's supposed to put that in check. Because if a woman looks easy greasy, that is a problem. If a woman's tough and strong, ain't no way no man gonna approach that, knowing that this woman ain't having it. It's the facial expression. Because the only way a man gets lead on is the woman leads him on. You get what I'm saying?
that's a
Yeah.
fact.
You look, there ain't no way. And I tell you, I know a lot of people. Y'all pretty much know that. A lot of people know me. Females, man, whatever. Ain't no way, no how. If a man goes there because a woman invited it. That's
You-
all I can tell you, my brother.
I sit here and I listen to you guys, and I love hearing different opinions, but I understand where you're coming from, and I actually heard from my own husband before that he thinks that I'm very nasty. When people be like, hey, how are you? What do you want? What's up? What happened? Like a straight dude.
Yeah.
I'm very nasty sometimes.
Yeah,
And he'd be like, man, you
sometimes
really
it's all
need
right to be like that.
you need to chill out and be nice, be humble. I think I'm a very nice person.
Yeah,
Right,
to each
am
his
I-
own, like pretty much,
I think I'm a very nice person. But if you come at me the wrong way,
Mm-hmm.
like a dude, seriously, then I know obviously would be a dude that comes at me. Then I'm gonna come at you the same way. Like I'm not gonna
No,
see you.
but I'm so sorry, but I want to know what Jose meant when he was saying that, because he shouldn't have to feel like that. If he knows he got a strong woman by his side, there's no way, no how he should feel any way. Because he said, but sometimes the guy, what is it that he has to do that make you feel that way? But you just said, because that was a good.
Well, hold up. What I mean is that some dudes, they try you. You know what I'm saying? They like, let's say we in the lounge, right? Or let's say we in a bar. Some guys would look, and that's okay. That's fine. But some niggas would take it a little step further. That's when they come and they try to pat the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell no.
Shit
That's
like
a
that.
problem.
So if they do things like that, then now that's where I have a problem at.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Different. That's and I'm gonna tell you something too, yo. I am so glad you mentioned that. That's depending on the places you go to, my brother.
Well,
Yeah, you're
that
very
too.
true.
Classy
Look,
places
Ray.
and there's trashy places, yo.
You're
Yeah.
very right, because look, Ray, we were all out last night. Am I correct? We all,
Yes.
and they were in the spot that we were in. I'm gonna give it at least 40 guys, and there was 2 females in there, and I was one of the 2 females.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're right, it is about the spot, but I also think that it's about the respecting. If they know you, then they won't try to play you. But if they don't know you, they be like, "Oh, that's not my nigga. I ain't gotta worry about that." Still, I should still try to get that.
Yeah, but
But son,
it happens.
That place y'all talking about, I don't like that place.
Well,
That's one of the
there
places I
was
do not
actually
go
a
to.
fight over there.
Yeah, there's always something there. I don't like it. The place I go
You guys are
to,
jumping to
I would go to Made in Puerto Rico.
But that's what he's
I go to
I
Havana.
don't even talk about the place. He changed.
Those are nice places. You understand? Olivia's I don't go to. East La Verde across the street I won't go to. There's certain places I don't go to. I'll go with the fellas. But like with my lady, I would never bring into that predicament, because people get a little liquor in their system and they switch.
Well,
Yeah, but
I
it's-
was actually talking about 16 bars. I wasn't talking about Olivia's.
Well, now
Well,
you
I'm
gotta
talking about all
clarify.
those places.
Well, now you gotta really clarify.
Because-
she was talking about that 16 bars was a spot that had 40 guys and only 2
Yeah.
girls, but there was all respect everywhere. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
It was a
That's
nice,
right.
it was a
That's-
nice, relaxing place. It was, you know what I'm
That's-
saying? We was partying, we were having a good time, no problem. Then when we
right.
went to Olivia's, it was a place that had the same amount of girls as guys, if not more girls than guys, and there was actually 2 fights in there. You know what I'm saying?
Unbelievable.
And it was over guys that don't know how to set their limits when dealing with girls they don't know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I know those places from back in the days, the herpes triangle, they used to call it back in the days. Riddlers, Peoples, and all that.
Yeah, I remember all of that.
Area because if you think about it, 2 blocks down, there's projects.
Yeah, I remember all of that.
You know, so you know when you're in areas where there's still projects, you got people that don't know how to carry themselves anymore. You know, they think everybody's a smart, they easy, they quick, they fast. I got 5 sisters. I grew up fighting all the time for my sisters. I ain't let nobody play with my sisters. And that's how I got my name, Crazy Ray.
Well, while we talking on the phone, your man Harly came in.
All right, cool.
So we're gonna do that
What up,
interview.
Harley? How you doing, my brother?
We was about to
You know
go
what
to
I'm saying? How
commercial
you
until
doing?
somebody stepped out.
But let me explain something to y'all.
Yeah.
We're going to get back at this again. I'm going to let you go on with your show. It was great talking to y'all. It was a pleasure. Keep on rocking. God bless both of y'all. Don't let the people out there steer y'all wrong, but stick together.
All right, yeah, most definitely.
So now,
God bless.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna end up going to a little break, and then after the break, we're gonna have a guest that y'all been waiting for. Anybody who's been seeing my promotions and stuff.
Thank you, Ray, for calling in.
I know y'all been waiting.
You got it.
And what we're gonna have him come up for interviews, a performance. So you see what he's about, what he got going on, and y'all can share what's going on in his life. So can we go to the quick break? All right, thank you.
Yeah. I'm a mom at the.
Come on. Yeah. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on.
I go on and on and on and don't take them to the crib unless they boning. Easy, call them on the phone and platinum Chanel cologne and I stay dressed to impress, spark these bitches' interest. Sex is all I expect as they watch TV in the Lex. They know, 4:15, left the club tipsy. Say no more, except how I'm getting home tomorrow. Caesar drop you off when he see his P.O. Back in my mind, I hope she swallow. Man, she spilled the drink from my cream wallows. Reach the gate, hungry just ate. Griffin, she got to be to work by 8. This must mean she ain't trying to wait. Conversate, sex on the first date. I state, you know what you do to me. She starts off, well, I don't usually. Then I whipped it out, rubber no doubt. Step out, show me what you all about. Fingers in your mouth, open up your blouse, pull your G-string down south. Do that back out in the parking lot. Buy a Cherokee and a green drop top. And I don't stop until I squirt, jeans, skirt, butt naked, it all works.
You nasty boy, you nasty. 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 You nasty boy, you nasty.
I remember we went to Tennessee, then we came home. Mad messages was on my phone. Bitch named Simone, screaming, she fiending for the semen. Me being the man that I am, took her to her condo. Pronto, half Indian, I called the Tonto. Roll a cron in the dark Pronto. Few puffs, eyes got low, and off to the bedroom we go. Sex is drama, head is trauma, ripped pajamas, I'ma stay till tomorrow. Satisfying all my needs twice, with some whipped cream, handcuffs, and ice. The bitch is nice, word is born, can't wait to put my niggas on. What?
You nasty boy, you nasty. 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 You nasty boy, you nasty.
Ladies, my Mercedes, hold phone in the back, 2 if you fat, keep a gap for cats to try to test me. They just fans like De Niro, Wesley. Let's see the bitch I'm waiting on. Gaudier jeans look like they painted on. Ask P, leave it up to me. Lay her on her back ever so gently. She like the way the dough fold up, rolls roll up, Chris down till she throw up. Bitch grow up, hold up. There's De Janeiro, drip to death, iceberg the Perro. Intro goes without speaking. Call me C's 'cause I keep on. We could go freaking all weekend. So rolling, ain't it good that my neck seats folding?
You nasty boy, you nasty.
never a flaw.
A different kind of high. You know, feel me on this.
Ladies and gents, your dopey host presents extravagance in the lady frame. Leaving cum stains, niggas remain all. When I draw the diligent, throw it to your jaw. Never a flaw. Never before have you seen such magnificence in the Black Princess. Yes, flows phenom, I'm the bomb Ziggy. Ask Biggie, keep a dedicated squad with me. Call us the Gabbana girls, we dangerous. Bitches pay a fee just to hang with us. Trust, niggas lust without a bank account. I doubt we could swing that route. Fill me out, I'm used to hanging with boosters in the best name brand with the insane clan. Man, listen. My position is lieutenant. Like a block of hash, got the burning to Bennett. Send it, I send it back to your greasy. Freaky Arabic style, Shamukh Dahastizi. To please me, you got to be well off. Bust a shell off with a tattoo that starts off.
Yeah, mom, I love you like the lie. The ganja, sense of music. Can I feel ya? All I wanna do is touch ya. The ultimate rush, the drug baby. Yeah, mom, I love you like the lie. The ganja, sense of music. Can I feel ya? All I wanna do is touch ya. The ultimate rush, the drug baby.
To my niggas that trickle-a-doo. To my bitches that suck tickle-a-doo. Why they niggas lick the middle? I'm the Don, y'all. High drippin' John Paul 40 year weird. Yeah, enough glorifying, lyrically electrifying. Bitches be lying about the clothes they be buying. Some stores won't even let you whores in till I begin to embarrass that ass and get crass. Kim's a pass, all foods. Bitches still drinking booze. I sip Cristal and Land Cruise. Receive all the oohs in the R, the Jews in the cars. Slip nigga, I'm sticking you, baby paw. Yes indeed, flows first class, and yours is coached like the back. The brother mama, jog 5 miles a day, then I hit the sun. My girls rock Chanel and smoke mad
yeah,
now.
Mom, I love you like the lie, like the ganja, sense of music. Can I feel ya? All I wanna do is touch ya. The ultimate rush, drug baby. Damn, Mom, I love you like the lie, like the ganja, sense of music. Can I feel ya? All I wanna do is touch ya. The ultimate rush, drugs, baby.
Inhale this, clench your fist, then ya feel the mist through the uterus. Can ya picture this? Life without me, wake up you're having bad dreams. Cause you're fiend for a tote. My crew totes and mink coats. On the sail with the boat. What you thought? We get caught and get bailed out? Fuck the jailhouse. Hennessy on the rocks is all we got as we sail out. Entrepreneurs, crystal pores, be glad we ain't taking yours. Born, I'm warning ya. Style waits for no bitch. I dream rich when I fuck with scratch and sniff. Now I stack the shit, practice it, so no bitch can tax the shit. Miraculous, so I can relax a bit and get my toes split. Drugs, nigga. Drugs.
Damn, Ma, I love you like the lie, like the ganja, sense of music. Can I feel ya? All I wanna do is touch ya. The ultimate rush, drug baby. Damn, Ma, I love you like the lie, like the ganja, sense of music. Can I feel ya? All I wanna do is touch ya. The ultimate rush, drug baby.
The Matrix Radio Vision Live with DWI, live from the BXNY.
All right, we back from break. In case you missed it, Cripple3030 on deck. I got my sexy co-host Nicole.
What up, what up?
We got the guest that y'all been waiting for. Person we've been promoting that we're gonna have on the show. We got Harly.
Yeah. More senior.
We got his man, his sidekick, Jesse on deck. Oh, manager. Okay. Okay, my bad. We got manager Jesse on deck too. You got the dynamic duo.
Right.
They roll together. So now, why don't you tell us more about yourself? Tell the viewers more about yourself.
Like me, I go by the name of Harly. I'm repping the Morris Senior. That's a section of the Bronx, South Bronx.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And, basically, I got a tape called Moral Senior. You know, I'm telling you about the struggle, the hardship, things like that. It's basically like, you know what I'm saying?
Like what you went through in life?
Right.
So why don't you tell us about what you went through in life?
Oh, what I went through in life?
Give us that details.
All right, as far as like youngin' coming up, I got snatched from my mom's. I got 11 siblings. You know
Okay. Right.
The city took us, broke us up, put us in different homes.
Got
You
you.
know what I'm saying? So I grew up without my moms. And my pops, he passed away young. So, you know what I'm saying? Started hustling. Dropped out of school, started hustling. Regular hood shit, like, you know what I'm saying? The struggle, like, you know. It sound watered down, but, like, that's what I went through. I went through the real shit. Like,
well, don't water it down because we don't water it down here.
Like,
I did 13 years in jail, and I want everybody to see the struggles that it is from growing up in the hood, growing up in a broken family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Going through all these struggles.
Yeah.
Going through, well, you know, if you went in prison or not, but going through prison system or whatever it is, any kind of struggles that you went through, and then the difficulties that it was to come out of it.
Right.
Like, don't water it down. Like, just hit them with the real deal.
I've been locked up. I've been in and out the system. I never really did no time. I did a year on the island. And,
Okay.
But I've been in and out this system. Unfortunately, I ain't make it upstate. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's a good thing. That's
a
a good thing.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a great thing. A lot of my niggas went upstate, and a lot of them not coming home.
Right.
Like, I'm saying I never see them again. But
some people, unfortunately, they don't even pass that. Like they once they get there, they stuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, the system is set up like that.
Yeah, it is. They lose you.
Yeah. So then, when you went through the struggles, you know what I'm saying you actually grew up obviously in a broken home because they broke y'all all up.
Yeah, I was living with my aunt and my uncle, right? And he was a preacher, and she was a minister, and they tried to teach me the word of God. I was rebellious, and I you know what I'm saying? I ended up getting kicked out their home at 16.
Gotcha.
So I was really out on the street, like, you know what I'm saying? Had to sleep on trains sometimes, things like that, like. And that's what I tell you in the music. That's what I fuel my music off of. That's what I made the tape off of.
Off of your struggles, off of your experiences.
You know what I'm saying?
How long you been dealing with music?
I've been dealing with music for a long time, about 10, 12 years.
And that with your what do they say? Your trumps in life is what got you your triumphs now?
Yes.
Okay. And you talk about all of them?
Yeah, I talk about most of them, but sometimes I hold back. I don't dig too deep. Like, I hold back because it be a lot. Like, so I don't tell whole stories. I might say a rat in 16, I might give you the struggle with 4 bars, give you the chills real fast, but I hold back. Like,
you ever think that with you holding back that little bit, that might get you?
Yeah, but I don't know why I hold. I basically think I
hold back because
No.
deep inside, some people think that you either don't want somebody to know something about you, or you think
run
that you're
from
not.
those memories sometimes.
Or on the contrary, I think a bigger platform to get the message across would do us justice. You don't want to let all the cats out the bag the first go around.
No, obviously
you want to
not.
save this. So when you're building a catalog, especially the way he's doing it, you want to. It's a trilogy. It's a plan. Everything is meticulous. Everything has a motive. Nothing. No stones left unturned. Trust me, you guys are gonna see this more.
You being his manager, you got some good things coming for him?
I mean, we have a team. Like we said, we have a team. I'm just the representative body here today. We have a team. We have a lot of people that help us from studio to videos.
Yeah, we have
when
our
we
own
do the
studio.
treatments, you know, the production. It's a lot. You know, we have the clothing. You know, we have a lot of things going on. USC is just not a label rap. It's a brand. It's a lifestyle. So it's a multimedia company. That's why. So it's a lot of things he's doing. But definitely the music. I was just going to chime in and say, bigger platform to drop the material.
And your clothing line, are any of you guys wearing your clothing? You said you
this is a ski mask right here. We do ski mask, hats, tees. You know the regular right now. But this is ski mask. USC, it stands for United States Currency. The clothing stands for Urban Stylish Creatures. And that's what we're doing right now with that. And I record at BBE Studio. That's actually my sister's studio. She built that from the ground up.
Oh,
okay.
I like things like that.
So, regardless of the struggle, you was able to find. Was this like an escape for you going through all those times?
This was like an escape because I played ball. That was like a hobby, but you know, I got out of once I started getting money, like I ain't care for that. But like when I went to the studio, that was like where I could get a peace of mind. I could chill. I could be out the way of which, you know what I'm saying, the shit that's going on around me. I could be out the way of that. And I learned to love it. At first I did it to play because my man was doing it. And I did it. Then I learned that they said I was good and I learned to love it. Now this is what I want to do. And this is what I do.
So now, while you was going through those times, you went through group homes and stuff?
Nah, because I was fortunate to have family members that took me in. I got, like I told you, it's 11 of us, and I got 7 sisters. They girls, so some of them they'd take me in for 2 years here, but like I was bad, so like they'd tell me, yo, you around my kids and you
a bad influence,
right? So you gotta go. So I have to, you know what I'm saying? I would go, and I try to find my way. Then that's how I end up having two little girls, two beautiful little girls.
Oh, okay.
And 2 different females in the same year because I was out there, like,
right.
So, are you the middle, the baby, oldest?
Yeah, I'm in the middle. I'm the it's 11 of us. I'm actually the 6th one. It's 5 before me and 5 after me.
Oh, okay. So you doing what you're doing now to show them that you can turn your chunks into triumphs?
Right. Like
and
my uncle.
All your lessons?
Yeah, my uncle, he don't even approve of rap. He don't care for it. He call it the devil music, the one that raised me as a preacher.
Well, you know what you
So
always...
I got him on Facebook, though, right? And he heard a freestyle. And then he came and he came right to where I be at. I ain't seen him in years. And he's like, yo, I felt that. And he's like, I could really tell you spit that from your heart because he actually there and went through these things with me. I even spoke of him. So he was bugging. Like, he didn't even know he instilled certain things in me. He thought I just probably hated him, like, You know,
well, that's always a good thing that you guys able to end your relationship, though?
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there thinking in my head when you said that, well, maybe you could have did a Christian rap so he could sat there and sing.
Yeah, but it's not true to me. I'm not a Christian. Like, I mean, even though that's what we was raised on and that's what he was trying to teach me, like, I didn't really take that in, and I'm not a Christian now, and it wouldn't be, and I wouldn't do that.
And you thinking that you would be hypocritical in order to do that?
Right.
Okay.
He taught me. If I do that, that'll be wrong to God. Like, that's not even the lifestyle I'm living. So that's what he taught me. Like, if I do that, I'm being a fraudulent,
Are you religious? Like, if you don't mind me asking, you
now,
follow any religion right now?
Nah, but not really. But I really believe in a higher power. I don't know which religion to chase, but I believe in a higher power.
Okay. So now that you got into the music, when was the first time that you actually decided to yourself, well, this is not a game. This is what I want to really do? You know what I'm saying? When do you think, how far back was that? Because a lot of people go and they in front of the mirror and they can kick balls. But they be like, yo, this is some side thing. Like, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to get me 9 to 5 and I'm good.
When the kids, when you start around the time when people's getting ringtones on their phones, and I seen kids getting my songs going in the store on their own and getting my songs on their phones.
Right.
In my hood, it just made me feel like, yo, they for real. They not just saying it because I dress good or they want to be cool with me, or they really like the music. So it made me like, I really like to do the music. Like, I like to see like when I listen to my music, I don't even bob my head. I don't get joy out of it till you get joy out of it.
So then, and the USC, that's your label, right?
Yeah, that's basically the label.
So and you said that stands for United States Currency?
Right.
So what inspired?
You all about your money.
What inspired that?
That basically we all about the money. Like, and I feel like USC is a lifestyle, and anybody chasing the money, you could be working, whatever you doing, you getting your money. Like you USC. Like.
So you thought of the name?
Yeah, me and my man came up with it together.
So and like they get cash money out there. That was your way of basically saying bringing in the money in a sense, just
pretty
in different layman's terms.
Yeah, pretty much. But wasn't thinking of cash money, but that's just the lifestyle we was living. This is what I did. Like, when I stepped off the porch, I didn't rob people. I didn't do this. I stepped off the porch and I hustled and I got money and I chased money every day. All I did was chase money, and that's what we did around it. So that's why I named it that.
Okay. Something different. I like different.
So what's like what you got out already?
I got a couple videos out on YouTube, a few, maybe 5, 6. I'm not too sure. And I got 3 mixtapes. So I got one that's my baby. It's called Morrisania, the Morrisania tape. I took a little while on that, and That's what I got on that Piff. That's all I got on right now.
You got it on that Piff?
Yeah, I got a new video I just dropped last week called Get It. That's fire.
Where can they find that at?
That's on YouTube too. I'm trying to get on, might throw it on the website. That's the one I'm trying to push and run around with.
So where can they find it? What's your YouTube channel so that way they can look in?
YouTube channel is Bling Blow, ENT.
Spell it out just wait make sure. BLINGBL, what is it? AOW, right?
ENT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just make sure that they.
So y'all know y'all can tune in to YouTube. Know what I'm saying? Check out his channel so that way.
You just type in USC Harly, HARLY, USC HARLY.
Okay.
And a lot of my shit'll come up right there.
All right.
SoundCloud, Dat Piff.
So what else, as far as the label, the company, the management team is concerned, what else y'all got going?
Well, right now we're in the process of booking more shows. We're trying to hit up every showcase in New York City and just, show the presence. We don't even care if we win the rigged events that they throw. You know what I'm saying? But we're just going to show face and really mob through the whole town because the music he puts out, he's not gonna, backpackers aren't gonna love him from North Kansas. They're just on SoundCloud. People are gonna love him in the streets outside. So the more you outside, the more everyone's gonna take to him.
They do say sometimes when it's not that you can't make it to the label, but sometimes the label won't show you the same amount of love that the streets will.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? They do say that. So as long as you got that,
we don't even care about the label, honestly.
No, just being realistic, because I'm thinking about to a previous person that we had on before, and they kind of said the same thing that. A label's not going to show you as much love. If anything, they're going to probably take more of your money.
They want to.
But you want that person out there that heard you. You know what I'm saying? That'll walk up to the street and be like, "Yo, I heard your thing on that Piff."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Them bars is fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then but that's what you want them street people.
I want the bars. I want the streets. I want when I go in a club, they know who I am. Like, cause that's where we really be at. That's where we really at. Like, if we in a club and you in there, you throwing money, and you popping bottles, then that's what you really do, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to know I'm in there. Like,
what bar y'all be at that y'all be popping bottles?
Like, niggas, we be a lot of places, but like, you know what I'm saying?
South Bronx
regular, the strip clubs. I'm just saying, like, when we in there,
we're not gonna endorse any strip clubs, but you see us there.
I like that because not for nothing, a lot of guys really do feel that when they bring their music to the strip clubs, that it's gonna get the best following.
Nah, not say that, but like I feel like it gotta be good. It can't be bad. Just cause you go in there and you get it played, it gotta be good. It gotta make the people move, and you probably gotta keep doing it and to get it in their heads. And you gotta keep spending, and you gonna have to keep spending your money because when they do it, you gotta do it right. Like when your song playing and they shout you out and they look over there, you gotta look like the rapper that's playing that the song's playing, or you can't. You know what I'm saying? Everything gotta coincide.
I lived down south for quite a few years, and like the music they have down there, I can understand going to the strip club. But the shit that comes out nowadays, I can't see that breaking news, or this is the first thing that came out. Yo, hear this new shit, and it's playing in the strip club because I can't say that I heard it there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't fucking go to these places, so how the hell would I hear your music other than the strip club? And that's why I'm inquisitive.
Because I just feel like the strip clubs break the music. That's where the youth is at. So if they playing it in the club, then they gonna play it everywhere else. The club where the people is dancing, then it might be played most likely it might.
You say you from the South Bronx. You from Morrisania.
Right.
So have you ever been one of them guys that sat there? And I give them to their hustle, dead ass. The ones that stand up on 3rd Avenue, 149th, or up on Southern Boulevard. That here's my CD. Would you listen to it?
I have done it years ago, but I never ever sold a CD. Like me and my man, we was like one of the first people in our area with cameras and knew how to edit and make videos. So we made DVDs and we sold them. But I never stood out there and sold CDs, like listen to my music. Like that, I don't even care to sell my music right now. Like I'm not gonna sell it. Like
right now, it's just still about basically establishing your brand.
Yeah,
get your lifestyle out there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like I'm not gonna really charge.
I ain't get a front door. I give it to those who be out there doing it.
I give it to them too.
They be out there hustling.
But that's what it is, hustle.
Yeah,
everybody. But they be out there. But I give it's a legit type hustle, I guess.
But they getting money off that CD. They getting money and they get caught up in it just selling their CD for whatever they selling it for.
The $2-3 that they can get for it.
People really listening to their music and coming back, giving them feedback and telling them is it good? No. Probably not, because they just doing it for a hustle.
Well, I like the fact that, you know, as far as part of your plan, you actually working on establishing your community ties, because obviously you trying to get your support mainly from your area, then your borough, I guess, and then your city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're familiar with Compton, right?
Huh?
You're familiar with Compton, right?
No.
The city?
Yeah.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, it's big, right?
Right.
You know, you have to do the same with Morrisania. It has to be known.
That's what I'm trying to do. Morrisania. Like, when you think of the Bronx, everybody got their section.
Yeah.
And you got Soundview, you got Castle Hill, you got this. But
because if you really
don't hear too much about the Morrisania section, where I feel like my section is a story that needs to be told.
How bad is it?
It's very bad. It might be one of the.
Give a black from Morrisania. That's
169 Boston Road, Webster, 169 Webster, 169 Washington Avenue.
Okay. Yeah, I know the area.
We're very familiar.
Yeah, I know that area.
Like,
just check the poverty rate.
And then listen, just
all
check.
the shelters that are over there, there's a lot of poverty.
And it's poor. And just check. Just look at the news every morning. I guarantee you, is a story on the Morrisania every morning on.
That's
it's
a
like,
fact.
damn, you might not want to move here, but this
That's
is
a
my
fact.
everyday reality. This is who I rub shoulders with every day.
That's a
my
fact.
sister used to live over there, actually, right on 169 in Fulton.
I'm trying to say.
So I know that area.
You know, it's ghouls. It's ghoulish.
Yeah, that's a fact. I actually grew up in the College Avenue, 170th that area,
Right
170th Grand Concourse.
Yeah. Jose done grew up everywhere.
Walton.
You guys Cypress. You guys.
saying? Walton Ave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I lived for about 4 or 5 years on 184th and Park. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
184th in Washington. You know what I'm saying? You know, that my stomping grounds was over there for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I went to Dodge High School. You know what I'm saying? So I know, you know what I'm saying? I know how the area is. And, you know, when I was in 170th, that was back in the, you know, days when it was really, really hot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like with the dope era and all of that. You know what I'm saying? When they first really started really getting known like that. But and you're right, the poverty level is so low, and it's great to have somebody to actually speak up and say, yo, you know what, we want to be heard too. You know what I'm saying? Because in all the reality, you have stories everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And nobody should be shut out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should be shut out. No area, no person. They should not be shut out. You know what I'm saying? That's actually the reason for my platform. You know what I'm saying? I actually proclaim myself to be a part of the lower class. No matter how much money I make, I want to be lower class. You know what I'm saying?
No, I laugh because, Jose, and I say this all the time, Jose is the most humblest guy. He could have them $1,000 in his pocket and he'll still act like he's fucking broke.
Right.
Dead ass. He's
that's a
very,
fact.
very, very humble, no matter how much money he makes. And if you know us, we're forever working. We work 6 days a week. We have 5 kids. We have, you know, but he's the most humblest person when it comes to shit like that, because he always says that he's low class. He always says that he's fucking broke.
That's good.
But he, you know.
That's how you stay up.
Yeah.
And that's how he feels.
But the thing is that you have people from the lower class that people ignore them. You know what I'm saying? Like the bum that's living in the street, you know, all these politicians and everything, they talk about the middle class and the high class all the time. But they're not talking about the lower class. They're not talking about how to help the lower class to go into the middle class. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or the middle class to go into the higher class.
Is there really even a lower class? It might just be rich and poor.
Well, that is a fact. But that's actually,
and then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's actually the barriers between lower, middle, and higher class. The higher class is that the few people that's actually millionaires, right? The middle class is the people that's actually surviving. They barely there. The lower class is the people that ain't got a penny in their pocket.
And Jose would be the first one to sit there and give him $1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you tell him that you're hungry, he'll be the
Unless
first
they
one
trying to
give it
con me, but it's different because they have con artists out there too, right?
But they more or less, they might like the lower class, the people that's poor and don't have the money in their pocket, they still right there rubbing shoulders with the middle class, and it's up to the middle class probably to help them.
Right, but the middle
is right there. Yeah, they ignore them.
It's not. It's not about.
Better, but we still in the same. We still right here. It's just that. That's what I'm trying to say. So if I got a car and I got my apartment and I got a flat screen TV, a PlayStation, boom, boom,
right.
I'm still poor because I live.
That's
I just live to pay these bills. He just don't got this. I'm really still poor though.
Right.
I'm breaking my back to pay my note and pay my. You know what I'm saying? I don't got extra money. I don't got nothing extra.
What Jose says, you basically going from check to check.
I'm going from check to check, so like I'm poor. It's like the rich don't live like that.
Right.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is why, I don't know. This is why we get poorer. And they just place us in, they place the middle class and the poor in the same spot.
That's
I
a
think
fact.
that it's also
That's a
that the
fact.
way that,
We in the
that,
same
that
spot.
people
It's
are
not
brought
like
up.
a boom, boom, boom. I'm not in middle class where I say, all right, boom, we good here. We ain't rich, but we good. I don't see the nigga right there without, see the rich, like the rich person, when he come out, he don't see the nigga right there begging for change.
The houses are.
That's
Like,
what I'm
I
talking
come
about.
out
That's
my
what I'm
crib,
talking
I
about.
see him.
The
In Little
houses are
Italy.
and it's middle class.
Yeah.
I guess.
And it's, so
it's around the corner from that.
But
it's
that's
middle class because they got to drive.
that's exactly-
you got your butcher shop right there. That's right across the street from the hospital. It
But
costs
that-
like $5 a pound for something. But then you go down the block and it's like $1.99.
But that's
It's all about the area,
exactly
too.
that's exactly what I mean though. Because even if that class, you could put them right in the middle of our hood, and they still won't see them. They refuse to see them. They ignore them.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And that's what I mean. What I mean is that you have you have the higher class, and then you have a large amount of the middle class that actually refuse to see it.
Right.
They refuse to see the fact that they're the same person
That's a fact.
as the
That's a fact.
lower
Yeah,
class.
you're right, because mentally,
Know what
that's
I'm
what I'm trying to say. All right, you're right, because mentally, they think they better. You know what I'm saying? They think
Yeah.
the middle class
That's
think
a
they
fact.
better when they really right here next to them, and this is
Right.
why it's going to stay like
And
that.
then the higher
We're
class,
already
they actually
conditioned.
feel that they're better.
Right.
They're like, yo, we don't have to lower ourselves to
Lynch.
them.
Yeah,
You know
we're
what I'm
already
saying?
Willie Lynch
Conditioned to think
Yeah.
like that, so.
Put the middle class in front. They think they're important, but same thing.
Right. And in all the reality, everybody should be treated the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is the same. But the whole point is that you have a lot of people that won't speak up, or the people refuse to hear them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's the reason for my platform.
Right.
If they can't speak up, or if you refuse to hear them, then I will speak up.
Give them a voice.
You know what I'm saying? I will speak up. I give them the platform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For example, going back to the music thing. You know what I'm saying? You have artists that they don't have labels. They don't have these high class labels that, that they pay money, you know what I'm saying, for them to be on big shows and stuff like that.
Right.
So I give them the platform.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
dope.
saying? I give them a way for people to actually see that they do have skills.
Right.
Speaking of skills,
Facts.
by the end of the show, you're going to freestyle for us, right?
That's a fact.
So now you're going to show them that your skill is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because a
that-
lot of people could write. I could sit down and write. I'm saying I could write rhymes all night. But the point is that I don't have the skill to freestyle. You know what I'm saying? When your person
I'ma
can
give you
freestyle,
some shit
it's a little
that
different.
I got already. I'm not gonna give you nothing off the top. I'm not coming here to
So
really
if I gave you this bottle of water, you
See,
can't
nah,
rhyme
'cause
about it.
No, because I feel like it's not really nothing
What
to
is
rap
that?
about. Like
I know. I've had
Right, no, it's
I've
people
had
that
some
can
people
really
that can
rap
go off
and
the
they
top
can
of the
look
dome and
everywhere
tell me
and they
about
can
Poland
really-
Spring.
I got a couple friends like that could do that all day. But I'm gonna throw a beat
I'm
I'ma
just
talk some
I'm
shit.
one of those. I'm fucking with you, but
Nah,
you know.
but I got
You
some
right.
shit to say like.
That song will never be on the Billboard Hot 100.
No, but you want to know something? The guy who actually did
I'm-
it best, he was actually in the Guinness Book of World Records.
No, I
He was
respect
on the
It's
it.
show.
three-time
Anybody
holder.
that
Yeah.
can freestyle off top, I respect them. That's a
Three-time
different
holder.
type of art right there.
He got the longest
Huh?
running cipher.
Merge.
His
Sean
bars were crazy.
Khan.
That's a
Sean
different.
Khan.
Oh, that's his name.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sean
he
Khan.
had
That's a different
the
type
Guinness
of-
Book of World Records, and that
For
his
the
bars
longest
were crazy.
freestyle.
Ten artists.
He
How
did,
many you think going freestyle? Nah.
Honestly,
One.
maybe if they good, at least half of them should be able to.
Nah. Artists don't.
If they
freestyle.
really that good, they should at least half of them.
Yo, listen. I ain't
That's
gonna lie. I
opinions.
don't
We-
freestyle. Right. I don't freestyle. I'm not even gonna lie. But I don't write. You see how weird that is?
Well,
Who writes your rhymes?
I just go in the studio and listen to the beat, and I create 4 bars. I record them. I listen back. I create another 8. Go.
But you're
record
still
them. I
creating
just
your
don't
own
write,
music.
But I don't.
Yeah,
so that's
right.
the
But I
key
don't
though.
really.
Oh, you meant literally.
I don't.
Yeah, but that's the
literally
key.
Write down.
Do this.
Yeah,
I don't
some
have-
people
Not that
live-
he don't write his
I
music.
don't
Yeah.
have rap books or raps on my phone.
No,
I have
but
2
I
lines
mean-
on my phone and then
I mean that you have people that you have people that come in and they base themselves on ghostwriters. You know what I'm saying? They go into the industry and because they got a handsome face or a cute face or a good persona,
Right.
they say, okay, well, pass me the rhyme. I kick
And
your
I do
rhyme
it.
and then
Right,
now
right,
I'm the
right,
man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Easy
anybody can do that.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Anybody could do that. But you have, in order for you to have a skill, you have to be the creator of it. You know what I'm saying? Like what you just said, right? What you do, you create 4 bars. You creating the song yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's still coming from you.
Of
whether
course.
whether you kicking it right off the top of the head or not, it's you.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? You could literally say, no matter who knows what you're really talking about, that that's mine.
Of course.
I put that there. You know what I'm saying? And nobody can tell you any different. because it's yours. It came from you. You know what I'm saying? So that means that that's your skill. You mastered that. You know what I'm saying? We can't. You know what I'm saying? Some, you know, you got some, like you just mentioned one, right? You got some people that come out and they base their life based on somebody else's skill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, that's a fraud. You know what I'm saying? You live in a false life.
That looks for the business aspect.
Yeah, that's why I like.
Right.
They all about the money.
I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Act like I'm gonna freestyle off the top of my head.
No, but that's cool though.
But it's artists that can do that, and I respect them, and I respect the ones that do it good, and I respect the ones that even.
And what she meant by the example is like that's what distinguishes the person that says they freestyling off the top of their dome and the person that. Right? Because I could come in here, like you could come in here, you could say, yo, yeah, I'm gonna freestyle off the top of the dome. We don't know you wrote that before. Right. Or we don't know you created that before this hand. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you could rhyme about what's going on right now is what tells us that you creating it right now.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna stop changing because I ask everybody to change it up. I'm gonna start asking people about something else in the studio. Because one day we're gonna have an artist be like, yo, I already know that she's gonna ask me that. So let me make sure that, you know what I'm saying, that...
But that's...
You gotta point at something. You got all these people, you gotta point at...
Oh, yes, most definitely. I'm gonna do that.
How you... Tell me something about Swiss Beats. You know, he...
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it shows proof... It shows proof that you actually creating it at the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, and at one point, you was freestyling.
Yeah.
Because when you created the 4 bars, that was a freestyle.
That was a freestyle, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that you just created right off the top of your head.
That's a fact.
Then when you sat back and you said, you know what, I add a few more bars to that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That became the new freestyle. You know what I'm saying? And it just became reformed. Yeah. You feel me? So now at the end that's when you got your finished project. You know what I'm saying? You said, now I got my whole song. Right. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that's, you know, that example that she gave, you know what I'm saying? That's actually an example I created. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen people do that. I've seen people, you know, while I was locked up, they sit there and they be freestyling. And then you don't know if they was sitting in their cell writing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You did that before I was doing it on the show.
I did that. You copying me on
it.
Yeah.
We're going to go back, you know,
yeah, you can.
Okay.
Because I actually was the first one to ask somebody that. But the point is, I've seen people do that in you know, we in the day room. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kicking the freestyle. And dude be like, yo, he start talking about the chess game that we playing. You know what I'm saying? All the moves.
Crazy, right?
That's when we know, oh shit, yo, he's creating that right now. He wasn't back in the cell like just thinking about this. You know what I'm saying? Preparing for this before lockout. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's actually why she brought up the you know, the example. What I like the most about, you know, the fact that you get in the community support is that if you look at a lot of rappers that you know actually blew up, it came because of the support of the immediate community. You know what I'm saying? Look at DMX. When he first blew up, he had the whole Yonkers with him.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And he took them everywhere. When he came out in movies, he still snatch up his peoples. Like, I don't care if y'all get little parts, y'all gonna get parts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got French Montana. Yeah. What he did, his peoples came from his hood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got a few other people, you know what I'm saying? But that's where they really got the support. Look at Biggie.
Right.
How he got known. Almost everybody that he had on his team was from Brooklyn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he was known because he was loved. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's how you gotta create it. Yeah. You gotta create that core. And that's actually what y'all doing. Yeah. You creating your core. Your core is Mauritania. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's your core. That's where you're getting your love from. That's where you're getting your support from. So it don't matter what anybody else think. As long as you got that core strong, then you're going to be going long. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go far. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually, that's what I like about that idea. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
You know,
that's what I was actually going for, and I'm glad you see the vision. And
yeah, that's actually the way it should be, because these are the people that know you.
Right.
When you walk out to the store, these are the people that see you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you see that cop car go by because they shot somebody down the block, and you rhyme about it, these are the people that know, yo, damn, I remember that.
That's a fact.
I was there. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that know. So that when they be like, yo, Harly just spit something about, you know what I'm saying, something that happened. Yeah. He didn't say no details, but I know what he's talking about.
And then,
you know what I'm saying? Because I was there.
And then at the same time, that shit goes on every. It's
and
the same shit. So
definitely,
this is why every other place can relate because it's the same shit going on.
And because the struggle is everywhere.
That's a fact.
The struggle is everywhere. The same struggles that you see in your area. You know what I'm saying, in the Bronx. Like right now, I'm from the South Bronx. Yeah. I grew up also in Cypress, 138. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yes,
that
it
might
is.
Be the pause in the
you know what I'm saying?
Down there,
so the struggle is everywhere.
It's not a project.
You know what I'm saying? The struggle is up there, but it's also down there.
Nah, it's even worse.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, we know that area very well.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like the Bronx been having a great year, but we've been forgotten about for so long, and they forget how fucked up it is. There's really nothing there.
I think
that's
it's
why.
More that they always say the South Bronx is always fucked up, period.
Right. Yeah,
you go up by Pelham Parkway, and that's like
beautiful, yeah.
And then you go to the South Bronx, it's like all fucked up. I don't think so. I think
so
they're doing a good job.
What we're going to do is...
But it's just the stigma.
What we're going to do is we're going to go to a quick break, and then right after the break, we're going to come freestyle.
All right, cool.
All right? Cool, Oren?
Yeah, all right, stay tuned.
Come on, man. Keep it moving, man. This that real official, man. You know what I'm saying? My name's Shalom, man. Chill on my homegirl, man. Faith, man. What's up? You know what time it is, man. G, all day. Word up, man. Hey, yo. Rolls up.
It's funny how the world just turns around.
Turns around, you know?
Everything that goes up, just know that it might be coming down. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Everything's already been done. Listen to the words of this song. If you're coming from the right place, you could never go wrong. Life can just pass you by. So just keep my head to the sky. What we gotta figure out is how to just work it out. Nothing's more precious than time.
Drop that jewel on them, man, for real.
Tell you what life's about. People gotta work. Open your mind to get to the prize. Let me tell you something I know.
Yeah.
You gotta be more careful of the things that you wish for. Just like King Midas, I was told. Everything that glitters ain't gold. And if you really know how God works, anything is possible, but you gotta just put him first. He holds the world in his hands. Understand, you saw in his plan. What we gotta figure out is how to just work it out. Nothing's more precious than time. Nothing is more precious than time. Tell you what life's about. People gotta work it out. Open your mind. Open your mind.
I wrote a slow letter from daddy and all the struggles I maintained. Refused to go backwards when Aggie. Savvy grown with a lot of remorse. The grind made me define whatever times we in, we lost. But keep the love there open. I invested it well, and now successful and I'm special as hell. So many black clouds broke out the day I caught myself, got smoked out. Wish I had a moment to sell. You can be what you wanna. Me, I'm just a genius and go gunner. That's what scripts can't front on. My style, my personality. This is my reality. Keep it moving, you can do well. I've been born to regulate and strive and stay rich in the heart, stay strong. Repeat it, faith drop a bracelet, we need it. Shalom, shell, peace, repeat it.
What we gotta figure out is how to just work it out. Nothing's more precious than time.
These are bracelets,
Tell you what life's about. People gotta work it out. Open your mind. What we gotta figure out is how to just work it out. Nothing's more precious than time.
appreciate the time I put into this love affair of us, baby. I couldn't let you walk around thinking it's alright to let me down. I remember the way you used to love me. Baby, I remember the way. I remember the days you used to love me. I gave you all my precious love and anything you wanted from me. You didn't hear me calling out, calling for your warm affection. After all this time, you can't deny what I'm feeling. It's real, and I stood right by your side. Went through all the hurt and pain, and you turned and walked away. I remember you used to love me, baby. I remember the days you used to love me. Can't give up on the way you used to give it to me. Give it to me. Feeling is so real. I remember the way you used to love me. I remember the days you used to love me. You didn't hear me calling out, and there's not what love's about. No, I remember you used to love me. You used to love me every day. Now your love is gone away. I remember, baby, I remember you used to love me every day. I remember, you remember, I remember.
The Matrix Radio Vision Live with DWI, live from the BXNY.
That niggas go download that Morrissey on that. Here with Cripple30, Matrix Studios. _H Bando Instagram. Facebook Harly Win.
HipHopCola.com.
Talk that talk. Alright, right here. Alright, look. Cheers. New Year coming, I'm New Year stunting. Big fur like a. I got it. Let me pick it up. Shut up. I got it. Nah, I got it. Look. New Year coming, I'm New Year. Big fur like I went bear hunting. Gon' rifle, I don't go deer hunting. Knock you off, police won't hear nothing. If it ain't God, I won't fear nothing. As a youngin', I was used to thumping, but my man didn't get the dumping if a nigga jumping. 13, I was humping, 16 pumping, then all of a sudden I was frontin' on the block munching. Never forget how I went to bed hungry. Used to drink Force water just to fill my little tummy. Mama chasing a hit, daddy in the grave. Forcing live with my aunt, she said I'm stuck in my ways. My uncle preaching, yeah, he tried saving me, but I was making more than the people that was raising me. Felt like I had nobody, I made a way for me. Niggas was chucking, I set the play for me. Went ISO, made the 3, did it on my own. How y'all niggas gon' hate on me? I give a fuck about your buzz and your name, nigga. I know who you was before the fame, nigga. You ain't move no drugs or put in pain. You ain't fuck no bitches, you 8. Feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. USC Harly, bands up. I know what's up. Go get that more machine. Surrounded by hungry niggas and thirsty hoes. Taught to get money and never fold. Roll niggas going to school in dirty clothes. Moms used to lick her fingers to wipe my dirty nose. Yeah, that's wild. A young black child kicking syringe, stepping on cracked valves. Game cracked now. Double straps on the uptown, strapped headed uptown. You know they gon' envy when you get into it. I squeeze till it's empty if we get into it. Brought it whip yesterday, can't wait to use it. Shady pulls up in the roads, had bitches lose it. Double park on Boston Road, causing confusion. Everything foreign, nigga, my neck Cuban. Shoes Italian, bitch from the Cayman Island. Came in styling, they was hating, I was making thousands. Eating off fish scale like a plate of salmon. Throw it on a digi scale, make sure that money counted. USC, more machine. Y'all niggas know what's up. I'm done.
So there you go, you got it. And hold up. Hit him again. Where they find you at?
Instagram _HBando. Facebook, Harly Win. YouTube channel, Bling Blow, ENT. BLING BLOAW. YouTube, shit like that.
So there you go. Just Google him, man. How about that? Just Google USC Harly and then you got him. HARLY. So there you go. You seen his skill. His skill is true. His skill is real. So I'm gonna give you like I give you everything every time, every show. You know what I'm saying? Never ever be silent. Talk back right here, Cripple3030, Backtalk Cripple3030. And we're gonna hit you with one of his tracks right now so you can hear it out on the sign out. Alright, peace, Aura.
Yo, check this out. I'm representing on the Matrix Radio, not the Matrix with Neo and all that. We ain't ducking no bullets and all that backwards. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. Pat Pools, the Matrix Radio. Thug.